if you are applying to jobs every week, you update your resume, you go to LinkedIn, you go to Naukri, you go to company career pages, you click apply, you wait and still nothing happens. No recruiter call, no interview invite, no proper rejection, just silence. And after some time you start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe my skills are not enough. Maybe I need to learn one more technology. Maybe I should just apply to more jobs. But I want you to pause for a moment, because the problem may not be that you are not talented. The problem may be that the market is not able to see your value clearly. And in today's hiring market, that is a very serious problem, because companies are not shortlisting candidates just because they know coding. They shortlist candidates when the profile looks relevant, credible, and interview ready. And that is exactly what I am going to explain in this video. Why interview calls are not coming, what most candidates are doing wrong, and how you can fix this with a repeatable system. Before we go deeper, let me quickly introduce why I am talking about this. I am Sanil Hussain, founder of CS4All. In my own journey, I have worked with companies like Goldman Sachs, Warsaw, Adobe, American Express, and I have cracked multiple strong opportunities across India and abroad. But most importantly, through CS4All, I have seen the same problem repeat again and again with students, freshers, and working professionals. Many people are not failing because they are incapable. They are failing because their preparation and job search are disconnected. They are learning something, they are applying somewhere, they are editing their resume randomly, they are asking for referrals randomly, they are preparing DSA randomly, but there is no complete system. And when there is no system, even good effort starts looking like wasted effort. So in this video, I don't want to motivate you for 5 minutes. I want to give you clarity. Most candidates think the job search works like this. I will learn DSA, I will make one resume, I will apply to 100 or 200 jobs, and eventually someone will call me. But that is not how serious hiring works. A recruiter is not reading your resume like a teacher checks an answer sheet. They are not sitting with your resume for 10 minutes and trying to understand your full journey. They are scanning, they are comparing, they are filtering, they are trying to answer one simple question very quickly. Is this person relevant enough for this role? And if your resume does not answer that question clearly, you are skipped. Not because you are bad, not because you don't have potential, but because your profile is unclear. This happens with final year students, this happens with freshers, this happens with working professionals, this happens with people from service companies, this happens with people from startups, this even happens with people who know React, Node, Java, Python, SQL, DSA, and system design. Because knowing something and showing it properly are two different things. A candidate may have skills, but if the resume looks generic, if the LinkedIn profile does not create trust, if the project section looks copied, if the experience section only says worked on APIs or handled front-end pages, if the candidate is applying to roles that do not match their current proof, then the recruiter does not get a strong reason to call. And this is why many candidates keep saying, I'm applying everywhere, but nobody is responding. The question is not only how many jobs did you apply to, the question is, did your profile look relevant to those jobs? Here is the hard truth. Many candidates are solving the wrong problem. They think I'm not getting calls because I don't know enough DSA. Sometimes that is true. If your DSA is weak, you definitely need to fix it. But many times the problem starts before the interview. You are not even reaching the interview stage. So before blaming only DSA, you need to check the full system. Is your resume positioned properly? Does your LinkedIn profile create trust? Are your projects showing depth? Are your applications role specific? Is your experience written like proof of impact or just like a job description? Are you applying to roles that actually match your current profile? Are you tracking where you applied? Are you improving your resume based on response? Are you preparing for the kind of interviews those roles will bring? Most candidates don't have answers to these questions. They only have one answer. I applied to many jobs, but applying more is not always the solution. If your resume is weak, applying more sends a weak resume to more pieces. If your targeting is wrong, applying more only increases rejection. If your LinkedIn does not build trust, applying more does not fix that. If your projects don't show depth, applying more does not suddenly create proof. And if your interview readiness is weak, even when a call comes, you may not convert it. So the real problem is not one thing, it is a system problem. Interview interview calls come when multiple things work together: your skills, your profile, your targeting, your proof, your application strategy, your interview readiness. If one of these is weak, the whole job search becomes slow. At CS for All, we do not treat interview calls like luck. We treat interview calls like a system, because if something is a system, it can be improved. Let's understand the system step by step. First, you need skills. Without skills, nothing works long term. You need DSA, you need problem solving, you need computer science fundamentals. For experienced candidates, you also need system design and interview communication. But skills alone are not enough. Second, you need profile clarity. Your resume should quickly communicate who you are, what role you are targeting, what relevant skills you have, what proof you can show, what impact you have created. Your LinkedIn should support the same story. Your GitHub or projects should support the same story. Your profile should not confuse the recruiter. Third, you need correct targeting. A fresher applying to senior backend roles randomly is not strategy. A service company professional applying to every product company without tailoring is not strategy. A student applying to internships without GitHub, resume or DSA basics is not strategy. You need to target roles where your current profile has a realistic chance, while also preparing for higher roles gradually. Fourth, you need role-wise applications. One generic resume for every company does not work well. Your resume should be adjusted based on the role. Backend role, highlight backend depth. Front-end role, highlight front-end and UI engineering. Full stack role, show both sides clearly. Internship role, show fundamentals, projects, GitHub, problem solving. Experienced role, show ownership, impact, system thinking, and communication. Fifth, you need interview readiness, because the goal is not just to get a call, the goal is to convert that call. That means DSA practice, system design practice, mock interviews, communication, hiring manager answers, and feedback. This is why I say interview calls are not a single action. They are the output of a system. Let me make this very practical. If you apply randomly for 30 days, you may feel busy. You may say, I applied to 150 jobs this month. But busy does not mean effective. If you are not tracking anything, you don't know what is working. Which resume version got more responses, which role type gave better results, which job descriptions matched your profile, which companies rejected you immediately, which applications got profile views, which skills appeared again and again in job descriptions, which project looked weak, which keywords were missing, which DSA topics are blocking you, which interview answers are unclear. Without tracking and feedback, you are just repeating the same action with more frustration. But when you follow a system, every week gives you data. You learn this role is more realistic, this resume version is better, this project needs better explanation, this DSA pattern is weak, this mock answer needs structure, this company type is responding, this application channel is working. That is how serious job search works. It is not emotional, it is not random, it is a weekly improvement loop. Shortlist, tailor, apply, track, practice, review, improve, repeat. And that is what most candidates are missing. This is exactly why CS for All exists. We are not trying to be another random course where you watch videos and then figure out everything alone. We help you build a job switch and interview readiness system. There are 4 major parts. First, DSA and problem solving readiness, because when interview comes, you must be ready to perform. You cannot only chase calls and then fail the rounds. So we train you on patterns, arrays, strings, hashing, sliding window, recursion, trees, graphs, dynamic programming, timed practice, tests, and mock style solving. The focus is not only solving, the focus is explaining your thinking clearly. Second, system design and interview communication. For experienced candidates, system design becomes very important. You need to explain requirements, APIs, database choices, trade-offs, scaling, bottlenecks, failure points. For students and freshers, we keep the system design layer more fundamentals: APIs, database, authentication, project architecture, basic backend thinking, because even in project discussion, this clarity matters. Third, profile and interview call strategy. This is where many candidates are weak. We work on resume positioning, LinkedIn clarity, role targeting, application rhythm, project explanation, experience writing, referral readiness. The goal is simple. Your profile should tell the recruiter this person is relevant for this role, not in a confusing way, not in a generic way, but clearly. Fourth, readiness-based 101 support. We don't believe in giving random calls without structure. We track your readiness, recordings, assessments, mock performance, resume status, application progress, interview call progress. Once you complete the readiness milestones, you unlock deeper one-to-one placement supports. That includes resume reviews, mock loops, interview strategy, and referral help. And this is important. We do not say just join and magically everything will happen. No, you have to practice, you have to submit, you have to take mocks, you have to improve, you have to apply properly. But if you are serious, we give you the system, mentorship, feedback, and structure to move in the right direction. This program is for you if you are applying but not getting enough interview calls. You are getting some calls but not clearing rounds. You are confused about what to prefer first. You are a fresher or a final year student who wants a proper job readiness roadmap. You are a working professional who wants to switch but cannot prepare randomly because you have limited time. You are from a service company, startup, regular college, or non-top tier background and want to build a stronger profile. You are serious about DSA, system design, resume, mocks, and applications working together. But this is not for you if you only want a magic referral. It is not for you if you don't want to practice. It is not for you if you expect results without consistency. It is not for you if you only want to buy a course and disappear, because this is not a shortcut. This is a system, and a system only works when you follow it. You may have seen our success stories, learners improving their preparation, people getting interview calls, people moving into better roles, people becoming more confident with mocks, people finally understanding what to do every week. But the important thing is not only the outcome, the important thing is the process behind the outcome. Behind every good result, there is usually a period of serious preparation. Resume correction, DSA practice, mock interviews, mentor feedback, application tracking, profile improvement, confidence building. That is why we focus so much on system, not hype. We don't want you to just feel motivated for one day. We want you to know exactly what to do next week. So here is your next step. If you're not getting interview calls, don't keep guessing. Message us on WhatsApp with the word calls. Our team will help you understand where the problem is. Is it your resume? Is it your LinkedIn? Is it your targeting? Is it your DSA readiness? Is it your interview communication? Is it your project proof, or is it the overall system? Once we understand your current situation, we will tell you whether CS4All is the right fit for you. And if it is, we will guide you on how to join. Remember this, interview calls are not just about applying more. They are about becoming visible, relevant, and ready. If you want that system, message us now with the word calls.